What are adjacent angles? Two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex, a common arm, and their non-common arms are on the different sides of the common arm. So I'm going to explain this with the help of the given example. So in the given figure we see that an angle AOB and angle BOC, OB is the common arm and O is the common vertex, and then we have two non-common arms OC and OA. So OC being the non-common arm 1 and OA being the non-common arm 2. So what we have is that we need to prove that these angles are adjacent. So one, they have a common vertex, the first condition, and they have a common arm, that is OB. So we have a common arm OB as well. Then the non-common arms, that is OC and OA. The condition says that they have to be on the different sides of the common arm. So the common arm is OB and OC being on the right hand side of the common arm OB and OA being on the left hand side of the common arm OB. So since all the conditions, three conditions are satisfied, so we can say that yes, these angles are adjacent angles. Now let us do another example or question so as to understand more about adjacent angles. Now suppose if it is asked that are the angles or angle BOC and angle AOC adjacent or not. So let us look at these given conditions and verify. So in angle BOC and angle AOC, we have OC being the common arm and we have a common vertex O as well. So yes, we do have a common arm. So this condition is verified. And the non-common arms are OB and OA. Now what do we see is that we have the common arm OC is there and the non-common arms OB and OA do not lie on the different sides of the common arm. In fact, they lie on the same side of the common arm. So what we can conclude is that since the third condition, that is the non-common arms are not on the different sides, so we can say that angle BOC and angle AOC are not adjacent angles. Now in adjacent angles only, there is a property that is linear pair of angles. Now what it says is that if non-common arms of adjacent angles form a line, then those angles are called as linear pair of angles. So here the non-commons of adjacent angles. So first we see that if adjacent or not. Angle AOB and angle BOC, let us see that O is the common vertex, OB being the common arm, and then we have OA and OC being the non-common arms, and they are definitely on the opposite side of the common arm OB. So hence we can conclude that yes, angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent angles. Now we see that AC is a line, that is they have a straight angle. So then only we can say that yes, these adjacent angles are the linear pair of angles. Now let us understand about few axioms and learn about few axioms about linear pair of angles. I have already told you that what are linear pair of angles? When the two non-common arms, that is in the figure OA and OC, form a same straight line, then we can say that they are linear pair of angles. So the axiom 1 says that if a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degrees. So here angle AOB and angle BOC, they stand on lines. So we can say that yes, angle AOB plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degrees. Now we can say that the two non-common arms, they are forming a same straight line. That is, they are forming a straight angle. So therefore the sum is 180 degree. Now what we need to notice here is that these axioms cannot be proved. We will not be able to prove them, but we are going to use them in order to solve or in order to derive further theorems. Now we have the second axiom as that if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. Now this axiom is exactly opposite or reverse of the first axiom. It says that if the sum of the two angles that are adjacent is 180 degree. That is angle BOC and angle BOA. If the sum is equal to 180 degree, then the non-common arms, that is OA and OC, they form a line. So the sum of two adjacent angles here is 180 degrees, and the non-common arms, they form a line.